Joining us now to unpack these trends and their implications for the retail sector is Gaurav, Saran, founder and CEO of the returns management system, ReverseLogix. Good morning.
Good morning, Trinity. How are you?
Good, Gaurav. Thank you for joining us on the show. And as you just heard, the National Retail Federation, along with other organizations, they're projecting that 17% of all sales this year will be returned this year, costing retailers about $890 billion. That's roughly a 17% increase. So what do you think is driving this surge?
There's really two factors driving the surge. One, on the side of the brands and retailers, they're determined to make sure the customer experience is really good. And one of the drivers of customer experience is a seamless returns journey for the consumer. So on one hand, they need to make sure that they're offering easy returns for the consumers, making sure that the return policies are flexible. And at the same time, the consumers are attuned to returning more and more product because buying online becomes easy, but they're also losing a lot of the capability of feeling and touching the product. So both of those factors are driving a lot of returns, and I think we'll certainly exceed these numbers.
And according to that same data, the return rate has more than doubled since 2019. How have retailers adapted to manage this growing challenge?
Yeah, return rate has certainly doubled. It was about 7.1 or almost 8% before COVID and before 2019, and now it's hitting almost 17%. Those return rates are also even higher for certain verticals such as apparel and fashion. Retailers are realizing that returns are here to stay, and the rise in returns will continue to happen as they drive customer satisfaction. People are easily buying products online. You can get a product at your doorstep within a matter of a day or so. So the returns experience has also become very important to drive that returns journey for the consumer.
But now, I'm sorry to cut you off, but now we're actually seeing more businesses implement restocking fees for returns. So can you talk about that a little bit more and how it's impacting the overall business strategy for companies?
Customers and companies have started to realize that returns is a significant loss to the business. The minute a return starts, it drives a loss, whether it is a loss in profitability. So having an end-to-end returns management system is something that a lot of the companies are investing in. One, to reduce the loss from returns, and two, to improve customer satisfaction. So instead of trying to focus on implementing strategies around, let me put restocking fees in place or let me make returns more difficult, I think the bigger focus has to be more on an end-to-end technology that enables them to find those that profitability somewhere else instead of those policies.
And what would you say these policies, what are the impacts that are impacting customer loyalty and how retailers are balancing customer satisfaction with cost control?
Well, 67% of most consumers consider a negative return policy as a deterrent for them to buy online. And 76% of them are saying something very similar, where they will not buy if they see the policy is not something that is in line with how they're used to buying a product. So retailers have experimented with different parts of the returns journey, but what they're recognizing is making the recovery of the asset as a better area while still not giving up the returns experience. Typically, retailers are finding with a technology platform in place about a 5% increase in net profitability and a 25% increase in customer satisfaction.
And what role do you see technology and ReverseLogix playing when it comes to streamlining the returns process for both customers and retailers?
I think for any retailer, recognizing that 17% of your product is coming back, you have to have a technology in place that maximizes the recovery. Because, as I said before, the minute return starts, it is a loss for the business. So by having an end-to-end platform that is looking at the entire journey of the return from a reverse logistics perspective, from how do you make sure can you avoid the return in the first place on the front end, can you make sure that the recovery is really good, where you can quickly process the item and put it back into stock, or finding ways to reduce the shipping or tying into sustainability initiatives so the products are sent back quickly. These have all become very mainstream for most large retailers today. In fact, 68% of the retailers are now looking to upgrade their returns technology as a result of recognizing these trends.
Thank you so much. Again, that is Gaurav Saran. He is the founder and CEO of ReverseLogix.
Thank you.